Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to math class with me, Ms. Taylor. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Let's see, do we have our fact practice packet for today? I've got mine right here. If you don't have yours, please pause the video and go and find it. We'll need our textbook for today, our workbook, some paper and a pencil, or you can use a whiteboard if you prefer. No, it's always kind of more fun to use a whiteboard. All right, so let's get started. We are going to do our fact practice packet first, like we usually do, just for a little bit of review, get us ready for math. And then today we will be talking a little bit more about division. And we talked yesterday about how division is like equal sharing. And today we're going to do a little practice with grouping, making some equal groups. But before we do that, we have our fact practice packet. Today we're going to look at fact families. And we're looking at page 12 today. Page 12. Oh, look, and it is January 12th. And we are looking at page 12. So this is just a little bit of review for us about fact families. And we know that when we have a fact family, we have two parts together that make the whole. So if you wanted to, you could do a little number bond somewhere here, because for every fact family, we have two parts and we have a whole. And remember, the whole has to have the two parts going off of it, because it's kind of like these two parts together make the whole. So here, if 3 is one part, 7 is the other part, 10 is the whole number. And so we can make two addition equations and two subtraction equations with this fact family. So one of them is 3 plus 7 equals 10. Then we can just change the order of the parts. 7 plus 3 equals 10. Now you'll notice that when we add, our answer is the whole number. But when we subtract, we start with the whole number. So here, anytime you're subtracting, we have to make sure we're starting with the whole number. So 10 minus 3 equals 7. 10 minus 7 equals 3. So here you're taking away one of the parts. The answer is the missing part. All right, so I have done the first couple for you just to help us make sure that we remember how to do these fact families. We haven't done these in a while. You are going to take a couple minutes to finish this page, and then we are going to check our answers on the back. So it's really good for our brains to check our work right away. In fact, it might be a good idea to do one row, check the back, do the next row, check your answers on the back. Remember, we just kind of flip and we can see our answers here. So that is our fact practice for today. If you would like to finish this right now, please pause the video and then you can finish it and then come back and finish your math work. All right. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be working a little bit more with division. And yesterday in our math class, we had a math class meeting and we learned about division and how division is like equal sharing. So yesterday we looked at page 94 and we talked about, well, if you had, for example, this one we did, if you had 12 balloons and you wanted to put them into some equal groups, into groups of 4, then you could put 4 here and 4 here and 4 here. Okay. But you could also divide 12 balloons into 3 equal groups. And this is a little bit more of what we practiced yesterday, like kind of if you had 12 and then you would say, well, I'm going to put 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And then I put another one here and here and here. And you just kind of keep sharing until you run out. So if we had 12 and we just kept sharing until we ran out, what we would get is 4 in each group. So, and then yesterday we also looked at, here is our division symbol. And our division symbol looks like a minus sign with a dot on the top and a dot on the bottom. This is division. We divide to find the number in each group. All right. So again, this is kind of some things we worked on yesterday. So yesterday we were talking about dividing into equal groups. So again, if we had 20 boats and we needed to put them into 4 equal groups, we could put one here and one here and one here and one here. And then we could put 2 here and 2 here and 2 here. And we kind of just keep sharing until we run out of boats. Well, today we are going to look at page 98 here in our textbooks. And we're going to think about putting them into groups of something. So let's take a look here. Because when we divide, we can either put them into a certain number of equal groups, or we can put them into groups of a certain number. So let's look at this one and then we'll talk a little bit more about what that means. All right, so it says divide 30 shells into groups of 6. So if they want us to divide 30 shells into groups of 6, that would be, well, when we divide, we start with our whole number, 30 divided by 6 equals, and then I'm just going to put a little box here with a little question mark here. This is what we're trying to find. But in this division equation, here's our 30, that's our whole number. We're going to divide them into groups of 6. And what that means is that they want us to put 6 in each group. All right, so this is different than 30 divided by 6, meaning 6 groups. Now we'll actually get the same answer, but when you draw a picture of it, we want to make sure that our picture matches the problem. So if I had 30 divided by 6, but they want us to put 6 in each group, then what we're going to do is, that means that I'm going to put 6 in this group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to draw some circles there. There's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's another 6. Let's see, how many do I have? 6 plus 6 is 12. I can keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I've got 6 plus 6 is 12. Plus 6 more is 18. I can keep going, can't I? Because I can keep doing this until I run out, until I get to 30. So here I've got 6, 12, 18. Let's see, 18 plus 6. I know 18 plus 2 gets me up to 20. Yeah, and then I would have 4 more. That'd be 24. I'm going to keep going. Let's see, can I keep going? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Yeah, so I have groups of 6. Here's a group of 6, group of 6, group of 6, group of 6, group of 6. Now our answer is going to be how many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 groups. So here our answer is the number of groups. So our answer is that there are 5 groups, and there are 5 groups of 6. And when we say of 6, that means 6 in each group. All right, and there's our division equation, 30 divided by 6. So that's how we read that. We say 30 divided by 6 equals, let's see, what was our answer? 5. So there are 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 groups. And the reason I wanted to kind of show you about what these different words mean is because it can be kind of confusing, because division can mean two things. So one thing, if we said, like the problem we just did, I'm just going to move mine over here. So here we have 30 divided by 6 equals 5. And in this problem, there's 6 in each group. There's 6, there's 6, there's 6, there's 6, and there's 6. And then our answer is 5. That means the number of groups. But if we wanted to kind of change it around and say, well, let's do 30 divided by 6, but this time I want 6 to be 6 equal groups, then your picture would look different. Then we would do like kind of like we did the other day. Let me just show you what that would look like. So again, you're going to get the same answer. 30 divided by 6, it's always going to be 5, but it just depends on what kind of what the problem is talking about. So if we did 30 divided by 6 and we wanted the 6 to mean 6 groups, then we would take our 30 and say, well, here's 1 over here and 1, and we would do like our equal sharing and put them into kind of 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can keep going. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I can keep going. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then you'll notice that if we have 6 equal groups, our answer is how many are in each group. Now there's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. So it kind of depends on what the problem is asking us. But again, we'll always get the same answer, but sometimes this number means how many groups, like 6 groups. Sometimes this means how many in each group. So that's kind of the thing that can be a little bit of a challenge, but it's a good challenge for our brains to think about. All right, let's try one more together. We have number 6 here. It says, Lily uses 4 straws to make 1 square. How many squares can she make with 24 straws? So here, if she uses, let's see, she uses 4 straws to make 1 square. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is kind of like groups of 4. Here's 4. So if we were doing this on our whiteboard, let's see, we would have, so she has 24. They want to know how many groups can she make, or how many squares can she make with 24 straws. So she has 24 straws. That's our whole number. And they want to know she has how many squares she can make with 24 straws. And there's 4 in each, it's kind of like 4 in each group. And then our answer is going to be how many groups. So this would be kind of like the number of groups. And then you can see the picture. They've given us a picture so we can see, oh, well, there's 4, and there's another 4, and there's another 4. But if they didn't have this picture, here's how we could figure it out. So we know we have 24. There's 4 in each group, so we could do the same thing we did with our shell problem. I like to draw circles. You could draw any shape you want. You could even draw numbers. Like I like to draw, well, here's 4. Here's a group of 4. And then here's a group of 4. And here's another group of 4. Let's see, how many do I have so far? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And that's where I stop because 24 is our whole number. So what I mean by that is if you didn't want to draw pictures, well, you could also just say, well, okay, I'm going to do 4 here. And then I do 4 here and 4 here. I've got 4, 8, 12. I have another 4 here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. One other thing you can do, maybe you were already thinking this, instead of just drawing a bunch of 4s, what else could we do? Did you say skip count? Yeah, here's 4. And then there's another 4. So we're kind of skip counting by 4. And then there's 12, 16, 20, 24. And then we can just kind of count up how many numbers there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is our answer. There are 6 groups. Now, another thing you could do is you could actually draw the picture of whatever it is the problem is asking you about. If you wanted to draw, oh, I'm going to draw the little square, the straws that make little squares, just like in the picture, you could do that too. All right, so again, today we are practicing making a certain number in each group and then using division to find out how many groups there are. So your homework for today is, let's see, we're going to look at page 103 to 105. And so in our workbook, they've given us some pictures, and the pictures always help. But if you don't have a picture, you can always draw a picture, kind of like we were just practicing, on a whiteboard or piece of paper or something. So let's see here. This first one says divide 30 stones into groups of 10. And again, when they say groups of 10, that means, oh, here's a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's a group of 10. So they've given us the picture, but if they didn't have the picture, we could draw it ourselves. Or we could say, well, here's a group of 10. And then here's a group of 10. And let's see, I have 30. So 10, 20, 30. Oh, I can see how many groups there are. There are 1, 2, 3. Or if we look at this picture, there are 1, 2, 3 groups. All right, let's see. So page 103 to 105. And let's just take a quick look at page 105. So here they're asking us to divide, and it says divide 14 divided by 7. And I can see by the picture that they've given us, oh, and this what this person is saying, divide 14 children into groups of 7. Yeah, I was going to say, I can see, well, they're asking us to divide them into groups of 7, and then our answer is going to be how many groups there are. Maybe you can see right now how many groups there are. And then down here, 32 divided by 8. I can see there's 4 and 4, so here's a group of 8. So here we're dividing into groups of 8, and then our answer is going to be how many groups there are. All right, so that is your homework for today, second graders. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, mathematicians, and I will see you again soon. Bye.